Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel, where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And as I began to blaze this fire tonight, gather around and contribute your very powerful energy. Whether it be a like, a share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And for starters, I would like to say for those of you who are new here, my name is Duran's Healing, and I provide cowrie shell divination readings for the collective. And this is an ancient indigenous technology system where I use crystals, stones, bones, and a lot of other assorted items here in conjunction with the 5 elements: the fire, the water, the earth, the nature, and the mineral. And with this unique tool system, it allows me to see the energies moving throughout the cosmos. And with that being said, I would like to jump right into the stones to see what's going on out here in the cosmos. And the message that's speaking the loudest is coming from your spirit guides, your ancestor team, or your higher team. And it's letting me know that a way is being made open. I'm seeing a clearing of the path, a birthing or a release of an energy by the way the stones are falling here. And this energy has everything to do with the mounting frequencies around you. If you have gone through an intense wave of emotions or a cycle that felt like it pushed you to the edge, to a pinnacle, there is a release of this energy by the way the shells are opening up here that will allow this energy to start to move out, and the release of that pressure, you will start to feel that. And this is happening because there is something profound depending on where you are in your journey. I'm not sure, but the energy here says to me that there was radical changes in your world that spawned a deep wave of energy. A deep wave of emotions for some of you. I don't know the time frame of it, but it's not too far off. I can see that this energy swept over the paradigm, swept over your world, causing you to try to figure out what was going on because it impacted you at your core. But it did not stop. It seems like this energy kept mounting up and mounting up again. But it was happening because this energy had to be pushed to a pressure point so that it could release your sophistication. It could release this relationship that you have with the complexity that you are, so it could reach the paradigm. Like pressure makes diamonds. And with this pressure, I'm seeing something like the top of a mountain, like a pinnacle. It's almost as if this energy needed a certain vibration or a certain level of intensity in order for it to release itself or for your sophistication to express itself out. And once it did, or when it does, there will be a wave of creativity that flushes over the paradigm. It is literally something you will release. I don't know if some of you are working on a creative project or doing something with your energy, but your creativity is the expression of your sophistication, is the expression of your complexity. And it's something about it landing in the earth, it landing in the paradigm that you live in. This is so funny to me because I spoke about a mountaintop. It's like a tree or a Christmas tree, and at the top of this Christmas tree or the top of this mountain is your pyramid stone. The cowrie shells have a funny way of telling a story. And the mountain or pyramid stone here represents your ability to make people feel at home. Your energy, the mysteriousness of who you are, has the tendency to gravitate people towards you. You make people feel comfortable, no matter how difficult their energy or story is, no matter how challenging or difficult it may be. There's something seamless or creative in what you do or how you express yourself. No matter the capacity, it makes people feel good. You make people want to come home. You make people feel like they are coming home, like they have a certain identity about themselves because your energy verifies it. You have this ability to make people register back home to themselves. You may not even speak this, but your energy says it. Your energy radiates that. And that's why it has mounted up to this point. It had to. Because the potency of it had to be felt. The intensity is what moves the people. The frequency and potency of it makes people know that it's real. That's how they're able to verify it. The relatability. Your capacity to be able to nurture people into a healthier space, a healthier dynamic for themselves. That's what this energy is speaking to. Very interesting message here that's sitting at the top of this mountain. But it calls me to see what brings you down or what allows your energy to come up off of this frequency. And it's almost as if you tap back into a genius that you know that you have. And even if people don't feel you, it doesn't matter. You know that there is a genius that lives within you. If people love you, you embrace that, but you don't need it to validate you. Your sophistication or the genius within you, and you know that the relationship you have with something so potent verifies it for you. That's a deep and profound wisdom. That is what's on the other side of this highly potent and charged energy. A deep level of wisdom about what you're carrying. And there's something here about your authenticity meeting your action that will spawn a deep and profound transformation within you. It's like you know who you are. And whatever you feel like you need to do for yourself, that is what helps you come down from all these intense emotions surrounding people. You focus it in on the frequency that you carry and know that no matter what, you will never be bored because there's always something for you to do, because your energy is tapped into a frequency of the highest version or energies that are moving that is deeply transformative. So you know no matter what, there's always a case for you to pick up. There's always something else for your energy to do, because the world is needing and feeling the transformative energy that you carry, and it's buried deep within you. And that is what calms you down. That is what brings you to a more calmer state of being, more calmer waters. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here. But it's very interesting to me, the expression of your creativity at its highest point of this energetic frequency has everything to do with making people feel at home. But it begs me to question, where is the earth stone? If what you're doing in the energy is being expressed out in earth, where is your home? And as I can see here, looking over the stones, your earth stone is sitting in the deepest part of the water with nothing around it. And what I'm sensing here in this very interesting collection of stones is that it's almost like you're sitting here in a meditative state, isolated for some of you. It's like you're honing in on the very vibration of Mother Earth. You can feel it on a ground level, on an earth-based level. And it's very powerful. I'm seeing some of you meditating or creating this force field of energy around you so that nothing is interfering with this frequency. But it's not just sitting in stagnation. It's like it's moving these energies. I see. You're holding in on this very powerful Mother Earth energy. Whatever it is that makes you feel at home, you're tapped into that energy and you're maintaining it, creating this energetic container where nothing can interfere with you because you're doing something spiritual or energetic with it. It's like you're sending out the signal to other people or this creative energy out into the paradigm that you live in. Yeah, you can feel that. And as you're holding the space, some of you may be in isolation doing this. Some of you may not be socializing as much, pulling back your energy because you're doing spiritual work. You're holding the spiritual container for the current consciousness you're around, and it's moving things. You're moving the energies to a more homeostasis, to a state where people can start to see that there is something different out here. And in order for them to come home to that frequency, you're sounding the alarm. That's what you're doing in this space. That is where your home is right now. Very interesting message that I'm downloading. But as you're creating this force field, holding this container, it's like the energies are still moving. People are starting to feel the difference in your energy. They may be feeling like you're pulling your energy back. And whatever you're expressing out, you may still be posting. You still may be moving in the paradigm that you live in, but you're holding the fort. You're holding the container. And it's almost like people are banging at your doorstep, banging on the outside of this energetic force field that you're creating, but you're not letting them in. You're not dealing with it because you're trying to pull in a certain vibration so that it aligns with the current frequencies of Mother Earth. You're aligning the current paradigm that you live in with a more potent frequency, a more pure energy, moving wonders. This is a very powerful move that you're doing. And as I'm looking at this energy surrounding this force field here, your obstacle is on the outside: transformation, action, and authenticity. What I'm seeing here is that as you're holding this space, creating a meditative space for you, I can see peace. I can see solace. You're doing things that fuel this energy up within you. And as you keep hoarding it in, and as you keep building and mounting this very powerful energies, the outside forces are sensing it. They can feel that energy, and the obstacle is at your doorstep. The transition is here in action. And what I'm downloading here is that there are things moving or trying to get access to you because they're feeling the energies shift within you. But not only that, they can feel the energy shift in their world, and they're wondering where you are. You may have been a very powerful player in the midst of a system, and many systems that I'm seeing here, but you pulling your energy back is causing people to feel your absence. It's very particular about an obstacle, transition, and action that's banging on this force field for you. And I would like to pull some cards to get a little bit of insight on exactly what these stones are speaking to that are on the outside of your energy. What is the obstacle, transformation, and action stone about for the collective? So I pull cards on these three stones, or these energies that are surrounding your force field. And I would like to dive into your action stone first. The one that is radiating surrounding your authenticity, that's here. And this energy surrounding the cards that came out were otherworldly experience, nourishment, and geometry. And this energy that is surrounding your force field is about you maintaining your otherworldly experience, maintaining your spiritual side, and doing things that nourish your soul. This is what's vibrating on the outside of this force field. And you may be tapped into that energy a little bit more because you can feel that. And you can sense that this energy that's on the outside is still pulling on your frequency. Because there's something in you that even though you're holding the container, there's still something that needs to be nourished. And it's that otherworldly energy that is even putting you in the position to be able to do something so profound as this. Making the science math for you. Because there's something in the metaphysical makeup of your being that is highly important right now. And it is connected to the elements and the frequencies around you that push you in this direction. You may be pulled to go to a mountain. You may be pulled to go to a river or to nourish yourself in a very eclectic or a spiritual way. And it's because of this energy that is pulling in on your frequency outside of this force field, tapping on your window to let you know that there's something still here that is sounding the alarm for you to nourish yourself as you continue to hold the fort. And when you do this thing, when you go outdoors, when you engage in this element that nourish you, it sinks you into the science. I don't know what I'm gathering here, but it's like you can tap into the metaphysical energies of the paradigm that you live in and merge with the frequencies, and somehow that calibrates you. Somehow that fuels you up and keeps you holding this container. Oh, knocking on your door, but not in an annoying way, but more like in a Morse code way, tapping you in, letting you know a message from the other side for you to stay focused, for you to get the information that you need so that you can nourish yourself. And somehow this energy lets me know you've listened, or you are listening to that as you hold this container and doing things that fuels you on a sacred level, on an ancient level where you can incorporate or merge with the science. The sacred science of this earth, because you're holding the container for Mother Earth. Period. Very interesting message surrounding your action stone. And the next stone I would like to decode is the transformation stone that's here. And the cards that came out were protection, fulfillment, and ancient. And what I'm downloading here is that there is a protective layer here in your transition that is knocking on your door, sending you the message to let you know that as you hold the container, there is a level of protection for you. There is something fulfilling in what you're doing that is sending the alarm to let you know that a deep and profound transition is happening on the outside of this bubble, on the outside of this container that you don't necessarily see. What I'm seeing here, that this transformation stone is letting you know that, giving you the details, giving you the information like your best friend, telling you what's going on the outside and telling you not to worry. You're protected. You're good. But what you're doing is creating wonders on the outside. And saying that you're fulfilling your mission. You're fulfilling the very exact thing that you want to do, which is to move the consciousness, which is move the crowd. And on an ancient level, you're satisfying a deep and profound mission that you're here to do. People on the outside may not fully understand what you're doing, but they're getting the message. You're fulfilling your mission. You're fulfilling parts of your purpose, and that alone protects you. That's one message that I'm seeing here from this chattering transition stone here, telling you what's going on the outside. And also what this stone is chattering about is that people are feeling you. People are protecting you in what you're doing. Though you're away, it's like they're feeling the goodness of your absence. They're feeling like you're setting the tone, is what I'm seeing here. Like a role model, like someone that they should follow. That is the lingering message that this stone is saying about what people are saying out here in the community. That they're proud and they're looking at you like you're fulfilling your mission. You're fulfilling something that people out here may have heard you spoke about or speak about. And somehow you have shut out the noise, create the container, but whatever you're dispensing out in your creative endeavors, they're seeing and feeling you as someone monumental, as someone that they're looking up to. So continue to do what you're doing, because not only are you moving the crowd, you're setting the tone, you're setting the standard in a very ancient way, in an indigenous way. Like creating a new blueprint, a new avenue for people to look up to. Even if it's from your hometown, people are seeing you as monumental by what you're doing. So don't worry about whether you're doing the right thing or not. Focus in on keeping the container, because the chattering stone here is telling us that you're doing a beautiful thing. Period. Very interesting message from this stone here. And I would like to dive into the third stone here, which is the obstacle stone. Showing up, banging on your door. And the cards that came out were healing of the soul, gestation, and history. See, this obstacle stone always comes with a level of heaviness. But what I'm sensing here is that this obstacle that is on the outskirts of your healing container is speaking to a shadow in your world that cannot get to you. And they are trying to usher in access to your energy. But what this container that you have created at this time is keeping this energy back, because there is something in your soul that you have healed. You have healed this part of yourself. What I'm sensing here for some of you in the collective is that there is something familial in your system or your family system that has presented itself as an obstacle over and over again. But there's something that you have done. You have healed. You have overcame this obstacle. But now it is trying to loop back around in a way to get a whiff of your energy, to access you in order to create the supply that it once had with you. This is very complex. However, this energetic container is serving as a protective measure for you to let this obstacle know that you have defeated the odds. You have cleared out your historical debt when it comes to completing this mission. And it need to move around this energetic container that you have in order to move itself along its journeys, meaning try another way. You're not engaging with it. You're not entertaining it. For some of you, you may have had people coming to you about a certain issue or a certain problem in your family, and you're giving this energy off like you don't have the capacity for it. You may engage with it on a top level, but on a deep and profound spiritual level, you have overcame this issue. and it cannot seep into your energetic force field. Again, you have developed this frequency or cultivated this energetic container so powerfully that if it is not resonating on this energetic wavelength, it will be met with opposition, not even antagonistic, but more so indifference, a lack of care. It will not get a supply from you, is what I'm seeing here. That is one message that I'm downloading here from this obstacle stone. But what I'm also gathering here is that this obstacle is serving in the community as well. There are energies in the community that you were involved with before you created this force field around yourself. And somehow it is highlighting the energetic wavelength or the obstacles of the community that you were involved in. Seeing the low density energy that you were connected to. Revealing to you how thirsty people are for low level vibrations. To use your energy. That's what I'm seeing here. It is revealing to you almost like a mirror of how people were using your energy as a source to help them elevate, to be on a higher level. There was not reciprocity here because as you create this energetic container, it is revealing the obstacles out here, how thirsty people are to get attention, how thirsty people are to get fame, to get accolades, and they're willing to compromise. That's the obstacle, the self-sacrificing. That's the shadow. It's revealing the shadow parts of people that were in your world before you created this container. And even on an intimate level, romantic level, friendship level, is also revealing how people were using you for their own gains, is what I'm seeing here. And that's what's knocking on your door. People trying to put you back into the box. People trying to figure out where you were so that you can fulfill how they saw you to be in their world. It's showing this gestation of this energy on an interpersonal level. And if it's not pure, it will be revealed. This energetic container is serving like a spiritual mirror to reveal to you the true nature of people's energy, and that's rising. Period. Woo! That was a very large and interesting download. Very powerful messages here that are moving throughout the cosmos. And if you stayed with me thus far, please be sure to like, share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, I'm going to change the trajectory from this very large and complex reading. There's so many downloads here. There's so many messages here. I would like to shift the energies to see what other messages the higher energy would like for me to convey with the collective at this time. What other messages the higher energy would like for me to convey with the collective? And the cards that came out in terms of this higher message were subspace dimension, turn over a new leaf, always watching, real, above, and resilience. And what I'm downloading here is that some of you may be dwelling in what appears to me like a subspace dimension. Like you're still in this world, but you're off in a different dimension. Like not deep enough where you're removed from the paradigm that you live in, but far enough away so that you're not deeply impacted by the energies around you. And by you being in this very unique space here, it's allowing you to turn over a new energetic leaf, to allow this energy in the space that you dwell in to make you anew, to allow it to create a certain version of yourself to be free. Like this energy is expanding you. This energy is allowing you to express a deeper part of yourself that you're always connected to. And it's like people are watching you. You're being watched. Like they're wondering what you're going to do next, what you're doing, what you're connected with, and what you're involved with. And as you release or show people or reveal things that you're simply enjoying, simply doing, it's letting people know how real you truly are. There's something about your ability to rise above by you being in this space, but yet you're still able to be down to earth and keep it real. It's like you have this very unique energy where you're highly spiritual, but you can still communicate and resonate with the people around you, whether you're communicating with them actively or not. However you express your energy, however you release this out, there's still a resignation with the people around you to say, I'm still from here. I just operate differently. I just move in a different way. But the truth of the matter here is that your resilience in your energetic and spiritual process is making you quite the leader, quite the martyr. But it's very powerful. I'm feeling an energy where you are having to carry the weight of a spiritual leader from those that existed before you. Like you're carrying the baton, like you have such a heavy and powerful mission here, but at the same time, you know where you come from. You know where you're built from, and you haven't lost sight of that. And the people around you know where you're from too. So they're able to look up at you and say, how in the world are you able to maneuver in this way? It's like you're showing people that it is indeed possible for them to rise above. That is the loudest message that your energy is expressing at this time. How to be real and grounded and still rise above. How are you doing it? Your feet on the ground, but you're still rising. A spiritual resilience, articulating to people something that they did not believe was possible, but you're showing them that is true, that is real. Very interesting message here. But I'm also getting another download surrounding the subspace dimension watching you rise above. There are energies in the frequency around you that you're connected with that is allowing you or watching you in the frequency that you're holding. And is connecting you with other energies, other frequencies out here in the cosmos that is pushing this elevation. Because they're connected with you on this frequential level. And because this frequency is so different, it's tapping you in or touching you in this way because you're holding the container. And it's connecting you to a frequency that is lifting you up. And not only that, is fortifying you in a way that allows you to be a different version of yourself. And this otherworldly energy that's coming from this subspace dimension carries this same vibration. What I'm getting is that this may be coming from people from your family system who have crossed over, that have kept it real in the same way that you're doing, but they didn't have the capacity to heal at the level that you have. And because you're elevating and ascending, they're creating or pushing you in this direction, fortifying you, pouring into you, so to let you know how proud they are of you to be able to accomplish this mission or accomplish this very unique task that many people cannot do. This is a deep love. Not only are the people around you watching, the spirits also from your higher team or spirit guides are also watching you, which is bringing me back to this initial message that started out this read, which says that there is an opening here for you because they can see that pressure mounting. They can see that intensity weigh heavy on you, and they did not want you to crack or break. So they're creating this opening so this pressure can release. They're watching. Very large message here. I am indeed hot. You guys have pushed me to the flame here tonight. And with that being said, I'm going to take this time to come down and close out tonight's healing circle. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you all at the next.